So my live stream made me promise that I would make a video about the end times and put as many scriptural references as I possibly could in there. And then I found out those scriptural references were vast and there was just too many to put in there. So what I decided to do is put all the important ones and let you guys figure out the rest. So I'm going to break it all down and be as succinct as possible. So initially there's going to be a split. There's going to be those people that find the straight and narrow path before tribulation starts, and there's going to be those that find the straight and narrow path after tribulation starts. Okay? Those people that find the straight and narrow path before tribulation starts, they are protected during the plagues. And this is in Revelations 12:14 and Revelations 9 verse 4. Okay? Those that find the straight and narrow path after the trump of God has sounded, these guys get beheaded for the sake of Christ. They are called the great multitude, which is beyond counting. And they refuse to get the mark of the beast in their hand and their head. And this is going to be in Revelations 20 verse 4, Revelations 19 verse 1 through 6, Revelations 7, 9 through 17, and Revelations 22, 18. Okay? Now, God destroys the world with a massive volcano. This is in Revelations 8, verse 5 through 13, Revelations 17, verse 16, and Revelations 9, verse 2. And this is the time where there's going to be a guy who's part of that first group who are protected. And it's going to be a man that takes hold of 7 women, and 7 women will take hold of him and saying, "Let us eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Just let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." And he's going to be one of the 2 witnesses. Okay? Now, during this time, Jesus is raising the dead and the living. Okay? So during the first 3.5 years, Jesus Christ is raising the dead, and then when the 2 witnesses die, then Jesus Christ starts to raise the living. And this is in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 52, and then on. And then you read 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 and on. And then it talks about those resurrections. Now, there are 2 witnesses. And these 2 witnesses, they preach and they spread plagues upon the earth. And this lasts for 3.5 years. They do this for 3.5 years. And anybody that smites them gets destroyed by fire. And eventually, after 3.5 years, the beast comes and destroys them. And they are dead. And they stay dead for 3.5 days. Okay? And this is going to be in Revelations 11, verse 3 through 13, and Revelations 11, verse 9. It says they're going to be dead for 3.5 days. Okay? Now, after the 2 witnesses get raised from the dead, then the armies which are in heaven descend from the heavens and take back the earth. And we know this because of Revelations 19, verse 4, and Joel chapter 2, verse 1 through 11. And these are the armies which follow him. And again, it's talking about the darkness and the fire and the smoke and the blah, blah, blah. And this is how we know it's a volcano. And in the end, you end up with a pit of fire, a lake of fire. So now, after the war, there are these nations that are coming against Jesus Christ, and those nations that refuse to submit get utterly destroyed, and the nations that do submit get saved and they repent, and Jesus Christ then protects them. Okay? And the reason we know this is because it says there's going to be 1,000 years of peace and Satan is bound. Okay? And this is in Revelations 20, verse 2 through 7. And during this time, the great multitude are being raised from the dead. That is beyond counting. And then those nations that Jesus Christ, that submitted to Jesus, they will now be deceived by Lucifer when he is set loose from his bondage. And this is in Revelations 20, verse 8. And then the nations are destroyed by God directly after that in Revelations 20, verse 9. And then everybody that has ever existed gets a resurrection. And this is in Revelations 20, verse 12 through 13. And then the wicked burn in Revelations 20, verse 15, and Revelations 22, verse 19. And the side note here, Only the devil gets eternal torment, and that's in Revelations 20, verse 10. Everybody else just straight up dies, and that's in Revelations 21, verse 8. So, I hope this blesses you. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this, I hope you enjoy this Bible study, and let me know what you find out. If you find out any of the verses, post them, leave a comment. You have a great day. God bless, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.